Hi everybody, welcome to another video. Today is Thanksgiving Day if you're watching it today. If you're watching it later on, I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving Day. I am at home today. We're not having anybody over. Just going to do a family Skype call later, so I thought I'd go ahead and take the time to make a video for y'all. I'm going to do a seated upper body and core workout today. Part of that reason is because I did a workout on Tuesday myself and we did a lot of squats and my legs are killing me. So I actually don't think that I could do any kind of lower body or squatting work today. But it's always good to focus on just part of the body. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We'll just do everything seated, take advantage of using the chair for our abs and for upper body. And we're going to be using the stretchy band and the ball. If you haven't done this before, you can use this kind of a band with the handles on it. If you have a physical therapy band that's the wide flat band without the handles, you can use that as well. The ball is just from the toy department, or if you have one of the silver sneakers balls, you can use that. If you have neither of those things, I have lots of other videos, lots and lots of other videos with strength training with hand weights, cardio, stretching, meditation, chair yoga, and so on. So you can always go check some of those out if you would like, anytime you would like. And a couple other things, as always, please make sure that you have a sturdy chair that's not going to move on you, no wheels, no arms, nice supportive back there for the times that we need it. Make sure that your workout area is clear of any clutter or tripping hazards, and also make sure that you have water, that you're going to stay hydrated throughout and after your workout. And then finally, if you need to wear sturdy shoes during your workout, please go ahead and do that before you begin. We want to stay safe with it, so make sure you have everything in place before we begin. When you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. So we'll be starting with the band, and if you have one of the tube bands like this one, what you can notice about it is that the thicker the band is, the more challenging it is. So for certain brands like this one, this is Spry, I don't know if you can see that, theirs are color coded so that green is pretty easy, red is moderate, and blue or purple is the hardest. But it can vary from brand to brand. So check the thickness of the band, not just the color of the band, because those can vary. And then for the physical therapy band, same kind of thing. They usually have a color coding system as far as the difficulty. But of course, as always, you can change the amount of resistance of the band. So anytime that you're, for example, gripping closer together, that's going to be harder. If you're gripping further apart, giving yourself more slack, that's going to be easier. So you can always adjust your hand or foot positioning on the band to make the necessary adjustments to make it the right difficulty level for yourself. So let's start with one of my favorites. It's called, I just call it a band pull apart because that is exactly what we're doing. So for this one, if you need the support of the chair, the back of the chair, you can use it. Otherwise, just go ahead and sit all the way up. Engage the abs slightly, lengthen the spine. Today I'm going to do it with a palms up grip. I like this variation on it. Now if you have the one with the handles, you can grab the handles and the extra loop of band. If you just have the flat band, you can just either just scrunch it up or just grab where you want to along the length of the band. So we're going to bring the band forward. Again, we've got the palms up and we're pulling it apart into the chest. Now as you pull, you want to bring your shoulder blades together and make sure that you're not elevating those shoulders up towards the ears, all right? Open all the way out and release. So again, if you need it to be harder, grab in closer. If you need it to be easier, grab further apart. You can adjust at any time. And again, make sure that you're not tightening your neck. Continue breathing evenly through it. And just adjust the tension if you need to, adjust the length of it if you need to. Now I'm going to add a little lean back for abs because why not do some abs along with this? So upper back, shoulders, arms, and abs. How about an extra challenge? One foot up and down. Other foot up. Remember, we're never bringing both feet up off the floor at the same time unless we're holding onto the chair because we want to be safe with it. We don't want to put you at any kind of risk of falling. Good. 2 more like that. Nice. Okay, good job. All right, take a little break there. You can roll your shoulders and your neck out if you felt a little bit of tension or tightness in there. Now we're going to do some pulls from the top down on this one. So go ahead and turn your hands over so that you're doing a palms down grip. Now this one, go ahead and reach up to the ceiling with it and then bring it down to your chest. So think of like a lat pull down bar. You're going to bring it down to the chest. So you're still bringing your shoulder blades together as you bring the band into your body. But there's a lot more deltoid, a lot more emphasis on the shoulders. Now again, we're going to add in the abs with that option to lift the foot up off the floor. That is an option if that feels too unsteady to you. Go ahead and just keep that foot down. Keep both feet down if you need to. Keep breathing, just a couple more of those. All right, good job. Okay, so again, just kind of roll the shoulders out. You can move the head side to side if the neck is tight. I know that we didn't start with any kind of stretches, but we'll do a few at the end. And of course, again, check out some of my stretching videos. I've got complete videos where we just do nothing but stretching, seated and standing. All right, let's do a mobility one for the shoulders next. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and lengthen all the way out, and we're just going front to back and back to front. So just do as much as you can with your own personal range of motion ability. If you have any kind of shoulder issue, any reason not to come behind, just do as much range of motion as you can, even if it's just lifting up and down, or even without the band. You can always go through range of motion exercises as much as possible, just using your own body weight. That always works great too. All right, one more, front to back and back to front. Very good. All right, so again, go ahead and relax those shoulders down. Let's do a lower body one, give that upper body a rest, and then we'll come back to that. So we're gonna go ahead and put it under the feet. And of course, make sure, as always, that you have your band secured under your arches so that it's not gonna pop off the front and snap you in the nose, or pop off the back and snap you in the back of the legs. Make sure that you keep that secured under there, especially if you have shoes that don't have a defined arch area. All right, go ahead and crisscross over. We're gonna do the knee lift and tap out, tap in. Oh, I told you we weren't gonna do any lower body, but we'll do one. How about that? We'll do one, and then we'll go back to upper body. I don't think my outer glutes are too sore, so I should be okay. But that delayed onset muscle soreness, that is a real thing if you haven't experienced that for a while. It was the first time in a long time I've done a large volume number of squats. So the glutes and the quads and the hamstrings are all pretty sore today. Yesterday and today still. All right, so for this one, we're thinking about outer glute, outer thigh, of course, just stepping out as wide as we can without having to scoot around in the chair. I'm just so used to doing these that I forgot that I told you it was just going to be upper body and core, so sorry about that, if that's disappointing. Last two. I promise we'll go back to core and upper body. All right, so you're going to keep the band underneath your feet. We're going to do a couple more from here, but you're going to uncross your band. So let's start with the upper back rows. And I know we just did some upper back, but we're going to do a little bit more here. We're going to do the alternating rows with the rotation. So again, make sure that your band is secure under your feet. You're going to start pulling your shoulder blades back a little bit, and then we're going to focus on one side at a time. So one's going up, the other's going down. So you're adding that slight bit of controlled rotation. You can look over each shoulder. And for this one, if it's too easy, grab the band down closer to your feet. So shorten it up if you need to. You're just leaning halfway forward. We're still pulling with the upper back and arms. Moving the shoulder blade in towards the center of the back. Keep breathing through it. One more each side. Rotation there, a little oblique work there. All right, good. So from here, make sure your band is still secured. You're still hanging on tight to that band. Shoulders are pulled back. We're going to keep the back flattened out. Lean back. Make sure you don't pick your feet up off the floor. And forward. So keep that spine lengthened. Lean back, chest up. Keep breathing. And forward. Good. Keep nice flat back, neutral neck. Got lower back and abs here. Nice. Again, if you need more tension, go ahead and grab closer to the floor, closer to your feet. Just please make sure that you don't pick your feet up as you lean back. That's kind of a natural tendency, and I don't want you to get snapped by your band. I have seen it happen. Good. One more of those. All right, very good job. Let me adjust that music. We're going to take a quick hydration break. Again, please make sure that you're staying hydrated. Even during cold weather, it's very important to drink water throughout the day. It's a lot easier to forget this time of year because it's not hot. We're not thinking about it. We're not as thirsty. So carry a bottle around with you everywhere you go like I do, and then that'll help you to remember, hopefully, a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to combine some upper body and some abs on the next one. We're going to do our diagonal pulls and then add a little bit of rotation to it. So you're going to put one hand on top, the other hand on the bottom. So we're going across on the diagonal as we pull. And again, you can lengthen or shorten your band, pull it back, lean back, turn, and come back to center, release. We're going to do all on this one side. Pull, lean back, turn, come back to center, and come back up. Now you have the option again to add one knee up if you feel okay with that, if you want that extra challenge there. If not, both feet down on the floor is fine. Good. One more this side. Pull, rotate, center, and up. All right, good. Take a break there. All right, catch your breath. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Make sure that you have the spine lengthened, abs slightly engaged before we even begin. Switching sides. Again, just starting with the pull, the lean back, and the rotate. Come back to center. Come back up. Release the band. Try just that much again. Lean back, pull, rotate, center, and come up. Now, option to lift the knee. If you want to add that extra challenge there. Good. Otherwise, just keep both feet down on the floor if you prefer. Good. Shoulders should be starting to feel it here. Nice. One more time, just like that. Excellent. All right, good job. Go ahead and shake out the arms, the shoulders. Make sure the neck is loose. All right, so we're going to put it back underneath the feet again to do our biceps. Now, you may be able to go out with a wider foot position on this one since we are staying seated. You also have the option to, again, just grab the band down lower if you want to. It's completely up to you, however you want to do it. And we're going to be doing our basic bicep curls. So again, make sure that the feet stay planted. The band is secured under your feet. And coming all the way up. Big squeeze at the top. Good. 3/4 of the way down. Then you're going to start to lose the pull of the band. So you're actually resisting the band both directions. So don't just let it pull you back down. Resist the pull of the band on the way down. So you're resisting, squeezing at the top, resisting on the way down. One more time. Okay, good work. All right, so we are going to bring it out from under the feet and around behind the back. So we're going to do our chest press next. So this one's going to be about mid-back and under the arms. And again, you're going to have the handles. You're going to shorten it up. If you don't have handles, just go ahead and shorten it up around the middle of the back, elbows up, sitting up tall, press, release, press, release. Good. Now for this one, we're just going to lean back and hold the position there. Toes down, heels up. Exhale, inhale. Good. Again, shorten up your band if you're not feeling a whole lot from the pectorals. Make sure you're getting some of that in there. You can let the elbows flare slightly on this one. We're going for pecs and not just arms. One more. Good job. All right, come up. You're going to catch your breath. Nice big inhale, big exhale. Then we're going to do our diagonal punch across. So started just sitting all the way up. We're just going to do an alternating punch here. Try to still make it come from the chest as well as the shoulder, arm, and obliques. Your obliques, of course, are your waistline. Everybody wants to work on their obliques, on their waistline. All right, we're going to add the lean back here. Just keeping the feet flat on the floor for this one to keep it safe. But you should feel your abs working there. Good. Last four. Punch, 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 and you're done with that. All right, let's go ahead and put the band aside. We'll take a quick water break and switch over to the ball. All right, I am going to do just a very brief little bit of lower body to go along with our abs here, all right? So I know that I said, again, we're not going to do lower body, but we're just going to squeeze and hold. So we're not doing the pulses, the inner thigh. We're just going to squeeze and hold. Just engage right there. Now, if you're back in your chair, if you're seated all the way back, move about halfway forward in your chair so you have some room to lean back. We're going to sit all the way up. We're going to do a few more sit-ups here. So arm options, you can have them across the chest or you can have the fingers up by the ears. It's up to you. I'm going to do fingers up. Just squeeze and hold the ball. Good. Again, across here if you want to. You can even do just out here if you want to. The higher up you go, the more challenging it is. Make sure that your spine stays lengthened out. And now I'm going to add an option to bring one foot up. That is, again, completely up to you. If you want to do that, keep the chest lifted up. Make sure that you are not rounding the upper back and the shoulders. Good. Two more like that. All right, I'm going to lean back and hold. I'm going to go ahead and drop the arms back down just because that's a lot of tension on the shoulders, but give that ball a little bit bigger squeeze here. Look up towards your ceiling. Remember to keep breathing through it even though you have the abs engaged. Breathe and come up. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and switch to a chest press with the ball. So heels of the hands pressing in. If you haven't done this before, we are doing basically a Pilates ball squeeze. So we're focusing on pectorals, shoulders, arms. Make sure again that you're not tightening your neck, you're not shrugging the shoulders up. We don't want to shrug up like this. We tend to do that a lot, so you don't need to do that now. All right, we're going to add a little march for this one. Squeeze, 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 and march. Again, really try to feel those pectorals working. I know if you're not familiar with it, it can be a little bit tough, but do as best you can. Really squeeze in with the heels of the hands. We'll get to those fingers, don't worry. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Yes, 8 more. Squeeze and march. 4, 3, 2. All right, we're going to do our dexterity one here. Go ahead and bring your ball forward. You're going to keep your march going, and we're going to rotate so that you're crossing the lower arms with your goal being to touch the backs of your hands to the ball. Just do as much as you can. These guys are slick, so just do as much as you can. Try not to do that. One more. All right, so we're going to switch to a quick figure 8 around the legs. Again, dexterity, change direction. Still doing a figure 8, but change direction. And switch. And switch. 3, 2, 1. All right, take a little break there. Catch your breath. Hydrate if you need to. And we're going to do some fingertip, grip strength, forearm strength, wrist, all of that stuff. So starting with whichever hand you want, we're going to squeeze with all 5 fingers or 4 fingers and a thumb, however you want to think of it. All right, we're going to add that march back in there just to make sure that we are keeping that heart rate up. Squeeze. Now, if you have arthritis or other joint pain, any reason that this hurts, stay in pain-free range of motion. Just squeeze as hard as you can without adding to that pain. Even a little bit of mobility is going to help, but the more you can squeeze, the more you're going to strengthen the hand, wrist, and forearm muscles. All right, now you're going to do toss and catch, just that one hand, hopefully, and keep your march going. See if you can do that. One more. All right, now we're going to do side to side. So hand to hand toss with that march. Challenge yourself with the height and the width of your toss. One more. And we're going to finish with it in this hand. Go ahead and just stop the feet for a moment. Now, going back to the finger squeeze, all 5, as hard as you can, squeeze. Again, if it hurts, if it's joint pain, just do what you can. Adding that march back in now, as much as you can, especially if you have a softer ball. You're going to really help your grip strength. Squeeze and march. All right, we're going to keep that march going. Do the toss and catch with just that hand, hopefully. Almost lost it. 3, 2, 1. All right, side to side. See if you can keep that march going. One more each way. All right, good work. Go ahead and stop that march. We are going to do some more abs here. So for this one, keep your ball. Move everything else out of your way. We are going to do a 1/4 turn in your chair. Lengthen your back up. Bring the ball forward, shoulders down, chest is up, and we are going to lean back. Go ahead and keep both feet down on this one. And bring the ball up overhead. Look up if you can. If you need the chair, go ahead and use it. Otherwise, both hands up. And come back up to the starting position. Now make sure that you breathe through this. Look up at the ball. Come back to your starting position. So you're leaning back until you feel those abs engaging. If it feels kind of trembly, that's exactly how it should feel. That's normal. Good, breathe through it. One more like this, and then we're going to do some more oblique work. Remember, that's your waistline, so we want to do that. Catch your breath. All right, we're going to go right into it. We're going to do the lean back and hold, and then the rotation with the twist. So back stays lengthened, chest stays up, shoulder blades back and down. Lean back halfway. We're going to do our rotation with the option to lift the leg on the same side. So your goal is to bring the elbow towards the hip. If you need to keep both feet down, again, please just go ahead and modify as needed for yourself. 3, 2, and 1. All right, come all the way up and turning all the way to the other side. All right, so starting with that lean back, make sure you are secured for this one with both feet down flat on the floor, back lengthened out. Start by reaching forward, lean back, lift up, look up. You're gonna feel those abs working there. If you need to use one hand on the chair, go ahead. And come back up, keep breathing through it. Please don't hold your breath. Don't concentrate so hard that you hold your breath. We don't want to do that. Breathing is not optional. We must do it. But you should really feel those abs starting to work, starting to tremble by now. Because mine are. One more. All right, so that was part one. Part two is going to be the rotation. So again, back lengthen, leaning halfway back, holding in that position. We're going to do this one at a slightly faster tempo. That leg lift is optional. And again, opposite elbow towards the hip as much as you can. Or if you want, keep both feet down. 3, 2, and 1. All right, come back to the front. I'd like for you to put both feet down and put your ball down, and then center yourself in the chair, but a little bit, just a little bit forward. We're gonna do one final ab exercise, just using body weight. Now, please hold on to the bottom of your chair for this one because we are gonna be trying to pick both feet up. If this is too much for you, you don't have to do it. You can do one foot or you can just skip by this one. I'm gonna move a little bit more forward to have some range of motion. If you feel okay with this, again, if this is too much, you don't have to do it, but please hold on to your chair. Please be safe with this one. And rest. All right, great job. Let's finish with a couple of stretches here, all right? So catch your breath, and we're just going to loosely move side to side. Remember that I have whole videos of stretches, so go check some of those out. Check out some of the other strength training, the other cardio. Lots of things to do. I believe this is going to be number 50 of the senior video series. Can you believe that? Something that started, roll your shoulders, something that started back in March with the first shutdown is now still going on. That is so crazy. I thought that I would do 10 videos and then that would be it. And here we are continuing on. So please, as always, if you haven't already liked and subscribed to my YouTube channel, click that little bell for the notifications. Make sure those are turned on for you. Let's do a little ankle circle. And then same thing on my Facebook business page, Body Image Fitness 2020. If you haven't already followed and liked and all of that stuff, please do so to make sure that you never miss a video. Go ahead and bring that knee up a little bit higher. Stretch your glute. And release it out. Switch sides. So yeah, make sure that you are subscribed at one of those two platforms so that you don't miss anything. You can always go back and watch them again later. There's a tab, there's even a tab on the Facebook that you can just click on videos and find all of them. There's one or two that did not upload correctly, so there's a couple missing from there, but they are all on YouTube as far as I know. Please tell me if there is any problem with accessing those, but there should not be. All right, let's go ahead and just reach towards the feet. I'm going to start with the toes down. And again, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, whether it's Thanksgiving Day or after Thanksgiving Day, whenever you're watching this. Please stay safe, stay warm, stay dry. I know it's been very, very tough here. Never thought we'd be doing things like this, but here we are. And thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. I appreciate it. All right, it is time for our final stretch. Go ahead and let go of those feet. Come all the way up. Sit up as tall as you can. Inhale. Exhale, open the chest, and one more time, inhale and exhale. Thank you so much again for hanging out with me today. Have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week. And again, as I've mentioned in other videos, I don't know what my upload schedule is going to be with the weird closure thing. I am training people outside, one-on-one training. Outdoor recreation is allowed in Oregon at least, and so my clients, bless their hearts, have all agreed to work out outside. So I'm still working as much as possible, but I'm also going to continue to make videos for you. So I don't want you to think that I've forgotten you, but I just don't know what my upload schedule is going to be and what my ability to record in the studio is gonna be. So I will get more videos out to you as soon as you can. Still trying to rehab my foot for a cardio video, but hopefully that is coming soon. So I will quit talking and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, you guys.